Order.
Adequate notice of this meeting was provided and published in the Asbury Park Press and the Ocean Star on January 16, 2026. Copies of the agenda were provided to the newspaper posted on public bulletin boards and the Township website.
Thank you. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese. Councilman Menachino. Councilwoman Rena.
Here.
Councilman Cohen.
Here.
Councilwoman Travers.
Here.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Here.
President Feynman.
Here.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to ask us to rise for a salute to the flag, followed by a moment of silence. Thank you. Please be seated. We accept the reports from the municipal officer and ask to please file.
Yep.
And can I get a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the June 9th, 2026 meeting?
Motion. Second.
Copy that. Thank you both. Roll call.
Councilwoman Rena.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feynman.
Yes.
Thank you.
And at this point, I'd like to invite Mayor Crate and Officer Victoria to come on up to the lectern. No.
These are all the certificates too. Good evening, everyone. So how excited are we that school's over? Yeah? Oh, no, you can applaud for that. I'm excited for you too. Yes. So we're glad that some of our students were able to come out this evening, and I want to thank Officer Victoria for coming out as well, because we wanted to take a moment here through the town council meeting to commemorate and celebrate some of the students who were award winners this year through our DARE classes. So we have students here this evening who participated in the DARE program, which we're very proud of, and we wanted to celebrate our essay winners and our poster winners as well. We have some of the posters on display here, and I do want to do a shout out, and we'll have her come up. Carol Hobbs from Staples was kind enough throughout this process to take our poster winners and create what I would call actual real poster hard copies for us that we could put on display as well. So I want to thank Carol from Staples as well, and we're here to thank Carol. So yes, thank you. Thanks, George. Thank you. That was very nice. Appropriate applause time. But I'm going to turn the mic over to Officer Victoria so she can talk a little bit about the program, and then we'll call each of the students up to get their certificates and do a little photo op, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Crate. Good evening. On behalf of the Brick Township Police Department and our Community Policing Unit, I would like to thank everyone for being here tonight as we recognize some truly outstanding students. First, I would like to extend our sincere appreciation to Mayor Crate and the Town Council for their continued support of the DARE program. A little round of applause for you. Thank you. Additionally, I want to recognize the leadership and support of the Brick Township Police Department. Community policing is at the heart of what we do, and programs like DARE allow us to build meaningful relationships with our students while providing them with the tools they need to succeed. Before we recognize our winners, I want to thank Carol Hobbs and Staples for their continued support of the DARE program. Each year, they generously assist by creating the winning DARE posters on laminated poster boards, helping showcase our students' hard work and creativity. We greatly appreciate the support of our youth. Thank you, Carol. Tonight, we are here to celebrate our DARE poster and essay contest winners. These students have demonstrated creativity, thoughtfulness, and a clear understanding of the important lessons they learned throughout the program. Their work reflects not only their talent, but also their commitment to making positive choices and being leaders among their peers. Being selected as a winner is a tremendous accomplishment. You should all be incredibly proud of yourselves. Your hard work, dedication, and positive attitude have set you apart, and tonight we are honored to recognize your achievements. Congratulations to all of our winners and to every student who participated in the DARE program this year. We are proud of each and every one of you. We look forward to seeing the great things you will accomplish in the future. Thank you for everyone in attendance, and congratulations to our 5th grade winners once again. Perfect. Beatrice Yates. If you hear your name, just come on up. Jeremiah Johnson. Okay. Gemma Katz. Raul Reese Roca. Mia Maldonado. Joseph Sangiovanni. Ava Renato. Nicholas Sullivan. Declan Murphy. Rose Byrne. Isabella DeCesar. Anna Rendiero. And Carol Hobbs from Staples.
Yeah. You guys want to hold your posters? No, these are you guys asking winners? Oh, some of their posters aren't here yet.
Oh, okay, so then you can hold up your
Yeah,
certificates. You guys want to get up and get in? Do you want to get in the middle there?
We think we have Officer
Jen, aren't you in it too?
Officer Pronounced.
Yeah, in the middle? No, I'll send it to Brian.
I'm gonna grab the pen. Do you want to grab the
Yes, yes, of course, of course. I'm gonna take one and get out.
You go first.
I'm gonna take one and get out of the way. How's that?
How nice is this?
All right, so if we can, everybody move a step closer to your neighbor.
A step closer to your neighbor. You go that. You guys go that way. There we go.
Okay, you guys, you're.
Parents can come out. Congratulations, everybody. Good job. Thank you.
That's it?
Yeah, so for those who dare to leave, now would be the good time, the appropriate time to do so.
Thank you, guys. Happy summer, everyone.
Yeah, have fun. Have fun. Thanks. I'll be here all week. Alone. Not a sold-out show. All right. That brings us to the consent agenda.
All matters listed under item consent agenda will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. If discussion is desired on any item, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
Thank you. 5-1.
Authorize support of 4042A5028, First Responders and Veterans Lung Cancer Screening Access Act.
Thank you. This resolution supports the creation of a state program improving lung cancer screening awareness and access for first responders and veterans. Thank you. 5-2.
Authorize insertion of Chapter 159 National Opioid Settlement.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes insertion of a grant in the amount of $11,423.13 as part of a nationwide settlement to provide programs, services, and equipment as needed to address opioid addiction prevention and/or treatment. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-3.
Authorize request for proposals, professional medical services.
Councilwoman Reyna.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes the request for proposals for professional medical services to provide pre-employment physicals, fit-for-duty testing, and drug or alcohol testing for new and existing employees at the provider's facility and at designated township sites. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-4.
Authorize receipt of bids, automotive parts, supplies, and repairs.
Councilman Cohen.
This resolution authorized the receipt of bids for automotive parts, supplies, and repairs. This bid is for various repairs to township vehicles to be done on an as-needed basis. This is a time and material contract. Some repairs included in this bid are time-consuming and/or require specialized training and equipment.
Thank you. 5-5.
Authorize receipt of bids, HVAC services.
Back to you, Councilman Cohen.
This resolution authorized the receipt of bids for HVAC service. The software system for the HVAC system in Town Hall needs occasional updates and maintenance, and the mechanical components of the system require quarterly inspections, maintenance, service, or repair from time to time.
Thank you. 5-6.
Authorize receipt of bids, midstreams roadway resurfacing.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the receipt of bids for the Midstreams roadway resurfacing project. The locations are Nottingham Drive, Midstreams Place, Winchester Drive, Green Tree Road, and Lorraine Place. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-7.
Authorize rejection of bid, purchase and delivery of one 2025 40-foot hydraulic boat trailer.
Councilman Cohen.
This resolution authorized the rejection of bids for the purchase and delivery of a 45-foot hydraulic boat trailer. The company submitted a bid, experienced delays getting its New Jersey business registration certificate, and by the time it was completed, could no longer hold its price.
Thank you. 5-8.
Authorize donation acceptance handicap panels at Brick Beach.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the acceptance of 43 panels manufactured for assistance with beach access for people with disabilities. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-9, please.
Authorize award of contract, purchase and delivery of flood control valves.
Council Vice President Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. So this resolution authorizes the award of a contract for the purchase and delivery of flood control valves to the firm of Core and Main in Farmingdale. Brick Township has many streets with low-lying elevation, and sometimes high tides can cause flooding in the streets when seawater backs up into the storm sewers. These valves will be placed within the municipality-owned storm drainage pipes in areas subject to tidal inundation. A properly installed check valve allows stormwater to flow out, but prevents tidewaters from flowing back into the storm sewers and will reduce instances of flooding that result from tide elevations that are higher than the surrounding streets. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-10.
Authorize award of contract, general athletic equipment and supplies.
Councilman Cohen.
This resolution authorized the award of contract for general athletic equipment and supplies to a pool of vendors who submitted bids in different categories.
Thank you. 5-11.
Authorize award of contract, Lions Head South roadway resurfacing program.
Council Vice President Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes an award of contract in the amount of $614,873.50 with MECO Inc. of Clarksburg for the Lions Head South roadway resurfacing program. Bid notices were provided to 79 prospective bidders, 9 requested bid packages, and MECO returned the lowest responsible bidder response. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-12, please.
Authorize award of subsidiary contract furnishing and delivery of unleaded gasoline through Somerset County Cooperative.
Councilwoman Reyna.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the award of a contract for regular grade gasoline fuel to Riggins Incorporated, Vineland. This contract is being awarded through the Somerset County Cooperative Pricing System. Thank you.
Thank you. 513.
Authorize award of subsidiary contract recapping tires and solid tire replacement through Somerset County Cooperative.
Back to you, Councilwoman Reyna.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes an award of contract with a pool of vendors for the purchase and delivery of recapping tires and solid tire replacement. This contract is being awarded through the Somerset County Cooperative Pricing System. Thank you.
Thank you. 514.
Authorize change order number 1, roadway improvements to North Lake Drive, Olive Court, and Vista Court.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes closeout change order number 1 for the roadway improvements to North Lake Drive project. The change order decreases the contract by $19,049.89 as a result of final as-built quantities. Thank you.
Thank you. 515.
Authorize contract amendment, commercial dumpsters.
Councilwoman Reyna.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes a contract with Monmouth Solutions, Lowell, Mass. For the purchase and delivery of various dumpsters. Thank you.
Thank you. 516.
Authorize agreement with NJDOT for Route 35.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes an agreement with the NJDOT to cover 25% of the costs associated for the installation of a new crosswalk signal on Route 35 by Bayside Park. The Brick Police Department Traffic Safety Unit has received several complaints and requests for additional signage and crossing guards from the Ocean Club condominiums across Route 35 to the park. Concerned residents indicated that their children were having difficulty crossing Route 35 at Sanderling Lane crosswalks. The township's total cost-sharing commitment would be approximately $37,500. Thank you.
Thank you. 517.
Authorize complete streets program.
This resolution authorizes a complete streets program to provide safe access for all users, including pedestrians, bicyclists, transit vehicle users, and motorists, by designing and operating a comprehensive, integrated, equitable, connected, multimodal network of transportation options. Thank you. Sorry about that. 518.
Authorize adoption of the Vision Zero initiative.
Council Vice President Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes a Vision Zero initiative. It is a guiding principle covering that deaths and injuries caused by traffic crashes should be treated as a public health problem that can be eliminated through better planning and not as an inevitable byproduct of the vehicle-based transportation system. Thank you.
Thank you. 519.
Authorize exempt fireman certificate, Bretton Woods Fire Company number 1.
Councilman Cohen.
This resolution authorizes an exempt fireman certificate to Thomas M. Thyme Jr., who has served the required number of years as an active fireman pursuant to state statute.
Thank you. 520, please.
Authorize exempt fireman certificate, Laurelton Fire Company number 1.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes an exempt fireman certificate to Charles Ty, who has served the required number of years as an active fireman pursuant to state statute. Thank you.
Thank you. 521.
Authorize special event permit, FKC Family Fun Day event.
Councilwoman Reyna.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes a special event permit to Fresenius Kidney Care for a Family Fun Day event on June 28, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Windward Beach. Thank you.
Thank you. 522, please.
Authorize 2026-2027 liquor license renewals without restrictions, consumption, distribution, and club licenses.
Councilman Cohen.
This resolution authorizes 2627 liquor license renewals without restrictions to certain consumption, distribution, and club licenses, specifically Lenape, Byright, and Lavoties.
Thank you. 523.
Authorize 2026-2027 plenary retail consumption liquor license renewal with restrictions to used-to-bes.
Thank you. 524.
524A is a performance bond release for Block 10.16, Lot 4. B is an inspection fund release for Block 92.06, Lot 17.
Thank you. 525.
25A, 100% DAV widow or veteran deduction at Block 252.17, Lot 35. 25B is 100% DAV widow or veteran deduction at Block 1385.04, Lot 30. 25C, tax exempt, Block 1225, Lot 565, Block 1225, Lot 567, Block 1225, Lot 571, Block 1225, Lot 577, and Block 1386, Lot 1.
Thank you. That brings us to the end of the consent agenda. Can I get a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Copy that, thank you. Open to council?
Council President,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion, please, that we postpone votes on Complete Street and Vision Zero this evening. I did request additional information early on Monday. I appreciate the mayor's response. I appreciate also that she's incredibly busy. However, I did not receive that response until 2 hours before this meeting. I therefore think it is prudent, reasonable, and intentional to request more time to fully understand and evaluate all the impacts of both of these initiatives and programs prior to voting. I fully support making roads safer for every resident of Brick. In my research of both Complete Street and Vision Zero, I have come across implications that exceed what I would consider our legitimate road safety concerns. These include things such as land use planning, impact to master plan, climate initiatives, equity, transportation changes, decreased auto dependence, development, traffic flow, parking, and also impact to the suburban character of our community. So I'm therefore requesting that we delay a vote this evening until we can have further chance to discuss and have questions answered fully. Thank you.
So Kevin,
Is there a
or I'm
second?
sorry, Mr. Starkey.
There's, if that's a motion, it has my second. I have comments that I'd also like to make.
Okay.
So the explanation that we received, which Councilwoman Rayner received 2 hours ago, leaves more questions than it does answers. It says there's no cost to adopt this. If that's not the same as no cost to implement it. These frameworks often come with long-term expectations, reporting requirements, design standards, and matching fund obligations because there is grants involved with this. Before I would vote yes, I need a clear written outline of what adopting these policies means to Brick financially, operationally, and legally. I also need to clarify how this interacts with the county-controlled roads, because most of our issues are on county-controlled roads, including that unfortunate incident on Lanes Mill. I'm sorry, I lost my place here. I am not comfortable approving a resolution that opens the door to future commitments without full implementation plan, cost analysis, public input process. Safety is important, but it's also transparency and responsible decision-making. For those reasons, I would not be able to vote yes to this and suggest that we table it. The residents deserve to know the Complete Streets and Vision Zero actually looks like on the ground, not just in theory. We owe them that transparency before we adopt anything. Many of our major roads are county roads. I need to know exactly what authority we do have and what responsibility we might be assuming before I vote yes on this. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. Mr. Starkey.
Yeah, you have two motions on the table, a motion to approve the consent agenda and a motion to table a portion of it. The motion to table actually takes precedence and should be voted on first prior to the motion to approve the consent agenda. And
Okay.
I suggest that this is all council comment, you get public input, and then you can have your votes on the two motions.
Okay, so we're going to open up to public.
Comment on the prioritized motion.
Right, I'm suggesting you might want a public comment.
Yeah.
On the consent, on the entirety of it, before you vote on the two motions. But the one that Councilman Rainey made takes priority. That's
So in
your-
other words, open up to public over everything
Right.
for the consent agenda. So we're going to do that now.
Should we have council comment?
You should probably finish council comment, I would think.
Why don't we go ahead and finish council comment? All right, so is there anyone else from the council who would like to
Make a comment or ask a
Make a
question?
comment or ask a question.
Ms. Bergen, is there anything with regard to the timing of passing this resolution later at the council meeting in July that delays some of the benefit that we're hoping to receive from this? And then I'll make a comment on some of the benefit that we're hoping to receive.
I can answer that.
Thank you.
There's not. It would just delay our ability to start going out for grants that might be aligned with these two resolutions.
Thank you. Yes, and my comment would be, I don't disagree, right? That I want to make sure that everybody up here was entirely comfortable with what is contained in these. The primary goal of this is to open up access for the township to additional pools of grant funding to make a lot of the changes that would come from some of these initiatives. I think we should look through all of the requirements and what it really means for the township, but this is not necessarily just signing us up to a program where somebody else tells us what to do. In reality, I think the real benefit of looking at this as open-mindedly as possible is whether we can fund what I think a lot of the people hopefully watching at home, but certainly all of the residents in Brick, feel are programs that could make our streets much safer, improve the condition for pedestrians, for bicyclists, at crosswalks, et cetera. Right, so there's a lot of benefit that I think ultimately passing these will bring to us in terms of improving the town with minimal to no cost to the township. But I'd be in support of tabling it in order to ensure that you guys have had the time to ask all the questions that you want.
And just, could I follow up?
Sure.
Absolutely. So I agree that we need to table this. So I understood that I'm not against safe streets, I mean, by no means. But a lot of our problem roads are county roads. So we really need to get the county involved in how this is going to impact what their plans are also, especially if we're looking at costs,
Yeah, totally agree.
costs of the township.
Even though some of the authority, so to speak, for making changes to some county roads require cooperation with the county, I think what we found is oftentimes, although what I've heard from some of the commissioners is that there may be some avenues that ameliorate some of this, but oftentimes the costs still end up on the burden of the township.
Right.
Right.
And that's our concern in this environment.
And active participation in these sorts of things may give us some other avenues other than just the tax base in order to fund those things. But yeah, thanks, Greg.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else from council? Okay, so closing council, open to the public. Right. Open to the public on consent agenda.
On the motion of tabling.
No, I thought they could just come for anything on the consent agenda is what, I thought Mr. Starkey. Yeah. All right, so now we're going to officially open it to the public on anything regarding the consent agenda only. Yes, sir.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
That's me. Mike Calderese, 331 Stinson Road. Okay, so I have a bunch of questions. If you don't mind, I apologize. Can only get here every other Tuesday, right? So, or some Tuesdays. So let's keep on going what you guys were talking about. If you don't mind, we'll start there. Let's start with the Complete Streets program. What is it? If you don't mind, because I've heard nothing about it. So can you give me details of this? Like, what is a complete street, and what are we thinking about it?
So, yeah, I have some notes that I took off various websites.
I don't. Is it our program, or I'm sorry to cut you off?
No, that's okay.
So I can fully understand. Like, is it something that we're copying, or is it actually our program?
No, it's not like our program, it's a state.
It's a state
program.
It's a state feel-good program.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry if I ask stupid questions. I'm just trying to understand. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's okay.
Okay. So what was it? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So, I mean, basically used by the New Jersey Department of Transportation to make roads safer and more accessible for all users.
Okay. But so obviously, when it does that, you're obviously going for some type of grant. Are there specific grant packages that we're going for with this? What are
Yeah,
they?
so grants are available through the state and through, I think, federal level too. Or that's the other one, so this is just through the state.
Do we have names of these grants? Like, what can I look this up? What specific grants through the state program are we going to be applying for? And then what, like, conditions do they have for that money is really what I want to know.
It depends on what grant you're going for. I can't give you a specific grant because there are dozens of grants out there, but we would look at grants that would help us create something that people have been looking for here in Brick Township. So
do you-
requests for safe bike lanes, like they just installed on Bridge Avenue in Point Pleasant. They got that through grant funding because they have complete streets. Okay, we have dozens and dozens of requests for safe bike, bikeways for people on our county roads. We don't have that right now. So that's, grants for that, grants for sidewalks, outside of the sidewalks that we've already put in around our schools. The sidewalks that we've been able to put in around our schools, we were able to do through Safe Routes to School, which is another grant program that is out there. Tara Paxton, who is our township planner, has worked diligently to try to get us to adopt the Complete Streets program so that we can get more funding for safer routes for all of our pedestrians and bikers throughout town.
So I ride my bike in this town, right? So we're going on a big bike ride pretty soon. And do you think, this type of grant, how do you make the streets safer? Is it just putting like the little biker logos in the side? Like, I'm just trying,
Yeah,
I don't mean to sound like an ass.
It's not just like painting lines on the road. The engineers have to go out, there's road measurements. Most of our county roadways are wide enough, and what happens is the travel lanes are narrow to a degree so that the shoulders are widened for safety for our bikers.
And tightened up for the traffic.
Yeah.
So we're making it tighter on the cars and bigger for the bikes.
That's simplifying it. Engineers
It
obviously.
just seems like it's pretty tight as we are. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mean to simplify it, but it seems like we're very tight as it is.
Well, it depends on what road you're talking about.
Well, what roads
And
are we
where.
talking about?
We're talking about parts of Herbertsville, where we could be talking about Maniloking Road specifically.
It's got a
People
big
ride
shoulder.
their
That's
bikes.
easy.
Yeah.
I'm on that every week.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Bikes, we can create actual bike lanes for people who ride their bikes to the beach.
Okay.
Instead of them just relying on the hope that, traffic isn't going to veer off into the shoulder. There's signage involved. It's not just painting lines on roads. There's a lot that goes into the roadway and how that's designed.
Okay. So now, what is the Vision Zero initiative? Like, what is the vision, and how do we come about that vision? Listen, if you guys give me more than 5 minutes, I'd appreciate it. I have a lot of questions, and there's nobody else here, so.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to
Yeah,
it.
thanks. It's 30 seconds.
Well,
What is that?
that's the federal program.
Okay.
So, it is designed to hopefully to have us look closer at, do we believe that there will be zero traffic incidents? Obviously not, but the goal is to really look at what traffic looks like, and same thing as the Complete Streets, except as a federal program, it's just an opportunity for us to get more grant funding.
So
It opens up
it's
avenues for us
just-
to get more grant funding.
Now, what are these grants? When we get these grants, the federal government, the state government, they don't just give you money without any strings attached to it,
It
right?
depends
So
on the
like,
grant. So some can be matching grants, some are, 75-25. It depends on what grant you're going for.
But
So
so
I
like-
can't say, the grant is going to give us a certain
but
amount
there's
of money.
standards, right?
Sure,
So in
of
order to have a
course.
Vision Zero, you have to implement certain standards. I'm trying to get down to the details of it. So, like, if we do this program and you guys authorize it, what is the federal government going to be able to say? You have to do this, 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 and this, or what is that actual vision in the Vision Zero initiative that all our money's going to be tied to?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
So by adopting these, it doesn't tie any money to anything. We're not forced to do any of these things. It just opens up avenues for us to be able to work on our roadways.
But there's going to be
and get
standards, right? And when those
Well, like
when
with
those
the grants,
standards
of
happen, then
course.
they're going to be passed on to people like me. I don't want to be, but it's what happens is when you have these type of standards, that money, Typically, it's going to
Are
come
you,
in
when
the
you
form
say
of rules.
standards, are you talking about grants?
The
Because
grants come with standards, right? The grants
Well,
come with
with rules. They
qualifications,
come,
right?
of
Yeah.
course.
So in order to push those qualifications, we the people have to live up to some type of road standard as well, right? Which means increased rules, increased laws, something like. I'm just wondering, do we know what we're looking at in that fashion? That's all I'm asking.
depends
Because I
on
know
the grant.
something's coming.
It depends on the grant, and
Yeah,
it
Mike,
depends on
I
what
think I can
our.
interject because I think I understand your
Yeah.
question.
Okay, please, yeah.
Participation in the program, say passing this resolution, doesn't obligate us to anything. When it comes time for a specific project
And
for
the
which
money.
we might want to apply for a grant, we got to go through an entire grant approval process. And during that process, there may be some compliance or standards, right, to use your term, that necessitate or are necessary in order for us to win the grant.
No, I get it, but
But we won't know what those are until we actually apply for a grant for a specific project.
So what we're doing is we're saying, hey, we want to be part of this program. This is what it sounds like to me. But we really don't know what parts of the program we want to be involved in until we're a part of the program?
We
Like,
can't vote on it. We can't
nobody can
vote
give
on
me
it.
really honest things about like what we're actually doing. Like what I asked very specific grants and nobody could tell me like it's
Mike,
give me
if you
one.
want to know, if you
Give
want
me
to know
the
what's
name of
in it,
one.
we have to vote on it.
Okay.
Okay,
I'd
you know,
like
that's
to-
just the way it goes. You want to know what's in the bill, you got to vote now, and we'll let you know after the fact. That's my issue.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
wanna
that's
know
what it
what's
seems
upfront.
like.
I'd like to add some comments here.
Okay.
So if you research Vision Zero, as I have done, some of the practices that may be included, again, I appreciate that we're not committing to this, but these are some things that you will read on, if you research Vision Zero. Traffic calming infrastructure, redesigning streets with narrowed lanes, bike lanes, pedestrian islands, and raised crosswalks, speed management, lowering speed limits and deploying automated enforcement such as speed cameras and red light cameras.
There you go. That was going to be my next
Vulnerable
question.
can't do that.
We
user
wouldn't do that. That's illegal
prioritization.
in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vulnerable user
But-
prioritization, ensuring safety for the most at-risk demographics, including children, older adults, people walking or biking. So there's a wealth of information out there, and I would encourage you all to research it. Again, I fully support improving safety, fully support making our roads as safe as possible. I'm simply saying that there are more questions to be asked and answered before I'm comfortable making a vote on these two initiatives.
All right. Do you mind if I do two other ones? Can I just get a couple more minutes? These shouldn't be as hotly contested, okay? The tax
go ahead.
collector, the tax exempt C, 25C. These blocks, are they existing tax exempt properties or are they new, like added to it, right? Because one of the problems that we see in other towns is that they have like, one of the towns next door has a 23.5% like tax exempt rate. And then we have, I think it said about 7%. So were these add-on tax exempt properties and what were they tax exempt for, if you don't mind me asking?
So there's a statute that defines what can be considered tax exempt through the tax collector's office. So if a property meets that requirement, it gets added on via resolution, and that's what 25C is, adding those properties on.
So there are add-ons. Do we have a limit to it? Like, is there a limit to how many tax exempt properties we could have in Brick, or is it like unlimited? Could we look at potentially having 25, 35% like other towns?
Well, the
'Cause it's-
criteria is set by the state.
Okay.
So if someone meets the criteria, they're eligible for the tax exemption.
Okay, all right, interesting. There's nothing we can do about that? Okay. Really quick, number 2, I think, Travers, I think you did this one. The 11,000 for the national opioid settlement, where does something like that go? Does that get funneled into some of our programs, Joanne?
So there's very defined what you can use the monies under the settlement for.
Okay.
And so that is for drug prevention, education of the public, or providing services in the mission of drug treatment, not necessarily.
2 different companies or in-house?
It can be through different
Okay.
companies, so, but it's also in the delivery of services. So the last time we used grant funds, we bought an ambulance.
Oh, okay,
That
cool.
met the criteria.
All right, awesome, thank you. And last one, Greg, I think you read this one out. Number 10, authorized contract to general athletic equipment and supplies. I'm just wondering what athletic equipment and what supplies and why are we spending money on athletic equipment?
Yeah, absolutely.
So our recreation department buys tons and tons of things for all of our recreation programs.
Okay.
Including things like arts and crafts, basketballs, soccer balls, uniform shirts, stuff for the lifeguards to use, so
Okay.
we do this all via bid.
Okay, awesome. And then I have one,
We'll make this the last one.
yeah, last question.
All right.
Listen, man, all right? You don't give a lot of details. I'm one of the only people getting details out for you guys, so bear with me, all right? This agreement, I believe it was the Somerset County Cooperative. Can you just, I guess this question's for you, Joanne, because I'm asking the people that presented it, but they don't like answering. Really quick, what is that? How does it work?
So municipalities in the state of New Jersey can sign up to participate in cooperative agreements. So all of the work qualifying the vendors on that pool, and do they have the proper licenses, do they have insurance, all their paperwork, that's done by the cooperative. Saves our staff significant amount of
gotcha,
time
okay.
certifying if they have all that paperwork, and we can just go to a co-op, as long as we have a resolution saying we participate in that co-op, we can just go to that co-op and make purchases through that instead of having to go out to bid or.
Gotcha. Save a lot of money on that.
Save-
Plus,
saves a lot of money
is
and
it
time.
like a big pool that a lot of people are getting into? Obviously, you
so
have
we
cheaper
participate
prices.
in
typically
several-
provide
several
bonds.
others.
It's a controlled, it controls cost also.
Yeah,
Cooperative, most of the school districts, most of the municipalities belong to some kind of fuel cooperative.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public regarding consent agenda only? All right, seeing none, close public. And now we're going to vote on whether or not to
The motion-
Postpone.
The motion
The
to
motion.
postpone.
Yes.
okay.
Are we ready?
So we're ready.
Councilwoman Rena,
I vote yes to postpone.
Councilman Cohen,
I vote yes to postpone.
Councilwoman Travers,
I vote yes to postpone.
Vice President Ambrosino,
I'm also comfortable voting yes to postpone.
President Feinman.
I vote yes.
Okay, great. So the consent agenda, you'll be voting on items 5.1 through 5.25C, excluding 5.17 and 5.18.
Thank you.
Was there any more comments, or you want me to take the roll?
No, I think we can move on to the roll call.
Councilwoman Rena,
Yes.
Councilman Cohen,
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers,
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino,
Yes.
President Feinman.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Moving on to item number 526.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts the same. Computer bill resolution in the amount of $15,220,004.06.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Copy that, thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to the public for questions on the computer bill resolution only. Seeing none, close public, roll call.
Councilwoman Rena,
Yes.
Councilman Cohen,
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers,
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino,
Yes.
President Feinman.
Yes. 527, please.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Manual bill resolution in the amount of $2,384,827.09.
Thank you. Can I get a motion and a second on the manual bill resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Copy that, thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public for questions on the manual bill resolution only. Seeing none, close public, roll call.
Councilwoman Rena,
Yes.
Councilman Cohen,
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers,
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino,
Yes.
President Feinman.
Yes. Item number 61, please.
Ordinance of the Township of Brick, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the acceptance of the donation of property known as Block 241.22, lots 11 and 12 for no consideration.
Councilwoman Reyna.
No, I'm sorry.
S- 61?
We're on 5.1, correct?
Yeah.
My apologies. The ordinance accepts the donation of property in the Mandalay section. This is a result of the letters Brick Open Space Saver sent out in September asking for donations of land in the marsh. Thank you.
Thank you. And can I get a motion and a second on this ordinance?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Copy that, thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council, roll call.
Councilwoman Rena,
Yes.
Councilman Cohen,
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers,
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino,
Yes.
President Feinman.
Yes. Item number, what I believe is 62.
An ordinance of the Township of Brick, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 191 of the Township Code entitled Fire Code to revise certain fees, permit requirements, inspection requirements, fire safety provisions, enforcement provisions, and penalties.
Thank you. Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. Fire Subcode official Kevin Batesel requested the council to consider updating Chapter 191 Fire Prevention. The code has been in place since 1985 and was last updated in 2016. The code itself needs to be updated to reflect the current state uniform fire code. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I get a motion and a second on this ordinance?
Motion.
I'll second.
Copy that. Thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Roll call.
Councilwoman Rena.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feynman.
Yes. Moving on to item number 7-1.
Bond ordinance providing for the acquisition and purchase of real property for open space preservation purposes by and in by the Township of Brick in the County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, appropriating $125,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $118,750 in bonds or notes of the township to finance part of the cost thereof.
Council Vice President Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. We had spoken about this at the last meeting. The Brick Open Space Savers Committee, that's BOSS, has recommended the acquisition at the location of Block 1420.16, Lot 1. This is a severely undersized lot on Pennsylvania. The size of the lot makes it ideal for preservation as opposed to residential development. Some of the discussion that we had added during the last meeting, I think some folks are familiar with this lot, was that our board deemed it undevelopable, and then taken to court, a judge saw fit to overturn that and allow for development. It would absolutely be a burden, the development would be, to the neighborhood and certainly to the immediate neighbors of this location. And so I support us acquiring this and preserving it for that neighborhood. Thank you.
Thank you. And can I get a motion and a second on this ordinance?
Motion.
Not
Eventually,
yet.
yes.
Yes.
Oh,
So I'm sorry. Can I get a motion and a second?
Motion.
I second it.
Copy that. Thank you. Open to council.
I'm going to vote yes this, but I just, again, going back to what I said last council meeting, I have a huge issue with what it is costing us to purchase an undersized piece of property that this should have never happened in the first place. And we know who to blame for that. I'm not going to get into, but it's just the taxpayers of Brick are once again getting screwed. Thank you.
Okay, thank
May
you.
I make a comment?
Yes, please.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Right? I think what we've proven here in Brick is the board made the right decision for this piece of property. And then we were subject to the decision-making of a higher authority in the state. That's just the way that it works, which unfortunately made the property that was previously by our board deemed undevelopable and therefore lower market value, a much higher market value piece of property. But I do think that it is ultimately, just like you do, Greg, beneficial for us to be able to execute this so that we don't have the result of what could be developed on that property.
Like I said, I'm not happy about it, but we don't have a lot of choice.
Likewise.
Agreed. Anyone else from council? Seeing none, close council. Open to public on this ordinance only.
Wish I was here last week. So many Tuesdays.
You can only talk a second.
So this is just questions, guys. I just have questions on this. So I guess I'm the one that discovered this, right? So it wouldn't have been known if I didn't kind of blast it out there. That's the truth, right? So what I'm just trying to understand is what this was bought for $22,500 from a murderer. She beat us in court, okay? There was weird deed play that was going on with this as far as bringing in a second person in for $1 and the whole. Did we look into this property at all? And then the thing that was bothering me about it was even after the ruling, what I was being told about this from a number of different people were that they were not going to be able to put a driveway on that property because it would not work in any which way, shape, or form. Now, I know the judge ruled that they didn't have to go back to the planning board, but they had to work with us on putting a driveway there, which I was told was not going to be able to happen. So I'm just wondering, like, what changed with this driveway process that we have to do this now, and now the murderer serving 2 life sentences just made $100,000. Did I calculate that correctly? Anybody want to take that one on?
I don't know.
I
that
get it. I'm
anyone
listening.
can
I know it's not
comment
your fault, guys, because
on-
you guys knew this afterwards. So
I don't know that we could
this is me
comment on-
venting, I guess.
I don't know that we could comment on any of that.
Okay.
Right.
So how about
But,
how about
but, no, I mean,
Okay,
one of
so-
your first questions was, did we have the opportunity to buy it previously? And Mr. Starkey, please keep me honest, but no, we did not.
Okay.
Right? I mean,
never
it was a
been offered
private sale
to the
from
town.
one individual to another, and then.
So are we going to hire a very good R. Lupa attorney
And
so this doesn't happen again? Like, because this is clear that what's going on with. Listen, when I've looked into that judge in particular, I'm not thrilled with what I see. I'm not going to speak about that here, but we clearly need a better R. Lupa attorney because in order for this to happen, that was a ridiculous ruling. And what he did was he called every one of you, he called everyone in Brick, and he called every one of our planning board members anti-Semitic and hateful. And that was in his ruling, guys. Okay? Just capricious, arbitrary. That means that you guys made a ruling based on a racist public. Right? So I'm just wondering, how are we what changes did we make, and how are we going to fight this differently going forward? Because this cost us 100 G's, right? Or it would have had a very weird house, and then there's another triangle lot next door to it. So, sorry, go ahead, sir. I didn't mean to cut you
I
off.
just want to make a couple of quick comments, right? I know that you raised the profile of this issue to maybe some folks who weren't aware.
Yeah, it cost
But
us
as I
$100,000.
understand it, there were plenty of folks from the public and from that neighborhood who did attend the planning board session. Planning board or Board of Adjustment?
It was Board of Adjustment,
Excuse me. Who ultimately made the decision that I think everybody in this room would agree with. And so folks did know about it. They were aware of it previously. And,
No, I
and
get that, yeah.
Just for clarity's sake, this is wholly within the responsibility of the Board of Adjustment. And you might know this, you may not, but there is a very strict line of demarcation between the council and the mayor and the Board of Adjustment.
But you guys put the lawyers in place, right? So, like, did we cancel a bid with that lawyer? Like, did we get a new lawyer in place? Are we getting a better planning board lawyer? Because the ones that we have, I got to tell you, wasn't thrilled with, right? So I'm just wondering if we made any adjustments whatsoever.
Mike, just one thing, just remember, it's the Board of Adjustment, not Planning Board.
Yeah, I get it.
Two
Yeah,
different
I know.
boards.
I always confuse it too, but it's kind of it's like the same thing. I mean, when I go to them, it's hard to even understand the difference in what they're doing. But I know. I mean, do we have an answer to my question? Are we hiring any different lawyers? Did we get any better lawyers in there?
We do have a new Board of Adjustment attorney.
Okay, better at these type of cases, hopefully.
I'm satisfied with this person's performance today.
Okay.
They're very good attorneys, I know.
And Mr. Starkey, you were going to say something before and you got kind of cut off.
I just wanted to clarify, this, I understand what you're saying about our Ray Lupa case. This is not a Ray Lupa case. It was not treated that way by the judge. And I know the judge used language, you said arbitrary, capricious. That's not Ray Lupa case. That's zoning board cases. That's land use. Arbitrary and capricious is language that a judge uses when a board has acted outside the bounds of what they're supposed to be doing. So I just want to clarify that converting this into some kind of anti-Semitic or religious case is not what happened in court. It's not what happened before the zoning board.
Well, it was 100% presented that way by their counsel, correct?
They,
'Cause
their counsel argued that was the basis for it. Yes, their counsel, the applicant's counsel.
Yeah.
It was not treated that way by the board, by the attorneys, or by the judge.
And it wasn't an R. Lupa case because it came off that way. The way it appeared was that he ruled on a religious basis and not a land use basis. I'm just wondering if I, as somebody who's non-religious whatsoever, bought that property and filed any type of grievance, do you think I would have been ruled that it was arbitrary, capricious if they denied me 9-0? I don't think that would happen. I think we'd
tell you
agree
this,
with that, right?
The judge's ruling was not based on religion or anti-Semitism. That wasn't referenced at all in his ruling. So you can make of that what you will.
No, but you don't think that when it's an arbitrary, capricious ruling, and what that means is it's based on the public. They caved to public pressure. He wrote that as well, right? And what the defense was saying was that they caved to anti-Semitic pressure. So he ruled with them and not with us. And their argument was that the people that came to that ruling, and they cited specific things like, we want to keep this a family neighborhood. What kind of family is going to rent a property like that? They cited those specific phrases as hateful phrases, right? That's what they did. So when he made that ruling, it implied it, did it not? Like, I'm just trying to understand it.
People can argue whatever they want in court. I'm just telling you what the judges did not make this ruling on religious grounds. Arbitrary and capricious, if you ever read other land use cases, every land use case says in it arbitrary and capricious. That's the type of language used in straight land use cases. So that's what that means in this.
And what is it referenced to every other time? Like arbitrary, capricious, like what other grounds would that be used for, if you don't mind me asking?
Arbitrary without adopting clear standards for the case. It's just language that's used in every land use case. So I just want to make
So it's
clear.
laziness, okay. I'm just, so I'll talk about it.
And you know, I want to add one thing, Mike. Yeah. These are all reasons why it's important for our Board of Adjustment to have unimpeachable authority within the eyes of the court system as well.
Yeah, I would love it if we could figure something out that this didn't happen going forward, and that we could, listen, these type of cases are going to be coming up way more and more and more and more. And I hope we learn something from this, whatever that is, that we could prevent stuff like this from going forward. And I do hope we take a look at the deed play that was going on that property. And it's probably hundreds more properties in Brick.
Thank you. Anyone else from public on this ordinance only? Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilwoman Rena.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feinman.
Yes. Moving on now to public comments.
Please note that each person addressing the council during any section of the meeting during which public comment is permitted shall limit his or her remarks to 5 minutes pursuant to Brick Township Administrative Code, Section 2-33B.
Thank you. Is there anyone from the public who'd like to come back up?
So you guys know, I rarely post myself doing this. This isn't for showboating, okay? Number one, I think I would have voted for that as well. I think, good job, honestly. Just because if you guys didn't do this, I think the ramifications would have actually been way worse. But let's understand what happened and not let it happen again, please, okay? I'm just gonna tell you a quick thing. It has nothing to do with anything we spoke about here. My street got paved, right? So my neighborhood got paved. And I want to tell everybody what I've noticed since it's gotten paved, okay? I've seen people cleaning up their houses, cleaning up their yards. You see families and kids riding bikes in groups now, right? So before it was a ghost town. I didn't even think we had this many kids in my neighborhood. And now what I see is I see groups of families teaming up to go on, rides together, family rides together. You see kids riding rollerblades. I saw one kid that was running down the street, rolling on his shoes, okay? Guys, I'm here to tell you, like, we focus on a lot of different things, right? And I don't know if we fully understand the power of something simple, like making your road nicer. And something like that, it cleaned up cleaned up my entire neighborhood. And what I'm seeing in my neighborhood is activity again. I'm seeing a community. I really am. I'm seeing groups of people that never did anything together. Kids are always in the street. They're riding in the street. It is something really to... I think we get lost in a lot of the minutia of this, right? And when you really witness what I witnessed down Sky Manor on my road, and you see what took place, maybe it's worth fixing some more roads, and then fixing some more roads. And then, it may, who knows, we may get a better community and better town out of it. Because I can tell you something, 100% made a very big difference in my neighborhood. And what I'm seeing is awesome. So thank you for thank you for finally doing that road. But that's all I wanted to say. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Mike. That was a heartwarming story, and I agree. Yeah, I appreciate that too. And is there anyone else from public who'd like to make any comments? Seeing none, close public. Moving on to council and administration comments, starting off with Mr. Starkey.
I have no report tonight.
Thank you. Madam Mayor?
Yeah, I just have a few things. With regard to the road paving, I couldn't agree more. That's why we have put half of our capital budget into paving roads this year. I know how important it is for neighborhoods to have well-paved roads, and it's something that, we have been working on. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles of roads that Brick Township is responsible for, and little by little, we are trying to get it done. So it is something that we've been committed to. I know Mayor Ducey prior to me was committed to that as well, and we hope to continue to do that for years to come. So may the joy of your neighborhood spread throughout all of Brick Township as more roads get paved. I also want to say that I'm not going to lie and say I'm not disappointed in the fact that we were not able to vote on the Complete Streets or the Vision Zero this evening. However, having postponed that vote, and I hope it is just a postponement, I will be happy to work with everyone on council to make sure that we set up the appropriate meeting so that you can hear and ask questions about anything that you have regarding these two resolutions that I would like to see passed so that we can work together to make not only our streets better paved, but our county roads safer for everyone, including our pedestrians and people who ride bikes. And finally, I want to thank a couple of people. First, I want to do a shout out to our Brick Garden Club. They had their 23rd annual garden tour today. There were 6 residents who opened their homes to the public, and I want to thank all of them as well for showing off their beautiful gardens, their beautiful homes, their beautiful yards. It's really such a great tour. If you've never taken the tour before, I encourage you to please join us next year. It is a great opportunity not only to see a lot of the hard work that people put into their yards and their homes, but also the chance to tour around town into areas that you may not be familiar with, neighborhoods you may have not seen before, and to meet residents that you might not normally have the opportunity to speak and meet. So, and that's not just the homeowners, but also all of the people that you're touring with. You get to go around in your own car, obviously, and you drive around to each of the homes individually. However, you're usually traveling within a group of people, and you get to know those people and comment about what you're seeing, and it's just, it's a great opportunity to see what Brick is all about. So if you have that opportunity next year, the Brick Garden Club tour is now taking place, it looks like around the last Tuesday of June, so look for that next year. And thank you to all of the residents who participated today. It was a beautiful day. Even though it was a little rainy in the beginning, it honestly did not rain for the bulk of the tour. And aside from that, we were not dying from heat exhaustion. So it was actually pretty good having it this time of year. And finally, I want to thank, we just pretty much wrapped it up today, but for the last 8 weeks, we have opened our doors at Civic Plaza to volunteers who have worked on our very first community mural project, which we are finishing up today. Actually, we were finishing up today. I left a few people working, but it is a sight to see. It is very exciting for all of us who've participated, and it has been, while we've had a few people each week that have always shown up for this, and that includes Judy Harzer, who's our mural teacher at Brick Memorial and Brick Township High School. We've also had members of the Laurel and Art Society who have participated each week, and we've also had the Brick Township Arts Council participating every single week. But aside from those 3 groups or people, we have had different residents every single week coming in and making their mark on this mural. And I'm very excited to say that it will be unveiled at our very first Summerfest this summer on July 2nd. So if you're coming out to Summerfest, I'm very excited for this to happen. I know all of the people who have participated are excited to see the unveiling, and because for weeks we've been working on sections of it because it's so large and it has to be put up, that we've been working on sections, and only a few people have been able to see the entire thing put together, and it's really something to see. So thank you to all of those people who volunteered their time, and I'm hoping that once we have this unveiling at Summerfest that we'll see for the next project that we have in mind, even more people want to come out and participate. Because again, this is something that brings our community together. It's a chance for us to get to know each other, to work together on something that makes Brick more beautiful. So thank you to all those people who participated, and I look forward to that unveiling in about a week. It's about a week and a half from now. So thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Bergen.
I have no report tonight, thank you.
Madam Clerk? Thank you. Madam Secretary? Councilwoman Reyna?
I have several items. First, congratulations to our DARE winners that were recognized here this evening and all grads. Had an opportunity to attend many of those grads, and I also want to thank our DARE officers and all who support that very worthwhile program. Next, I want to talk a minute about e-bike safety. I get many questions and concerns raised about e-bike safety. There's a post that was posted today on social media by our police department. It speaks to the enforcement that begins on July 20th, and I would encourage you all to take a look at that if you haven't already done so. I also want to thank all that have been involved over the past few weeks in getting me scheduled and coordinating my upcoming road ride-alongs with our police department, EMS, and DPW. Thank you to Ms. Bergen, Chief Drew, Deputy Chief Matthews, Chief Riccio, and Mr. Krivkowski. I'm very much looking forward to experiencing firsthand the work of these dedicated public servants, and I'm deeply thankful for the opportunity. On Friday, I attended a senior services dinner and entertainment. I want to thank our senior services team and our student volunteers who attended that event for all their efforts and hard work. I had an opportunity to speak with our seniors. I'm always thankful for that, to visit with them and hear what's on their minds, and it was a lovely evening. And then lastly, as we commemorate and celebrate our 250th birthday, I want to wish everyone a happy and safe 4th of July and hope to see many of you at our celebration on July 2nd. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Cohen?
So I'd like to again congratulate the DARE winners. It's an amazing program that our police department's been doing for, God, as many years as I can remember, along with police camp, which I think is just an incredible experience for our children. My son, one of my two boys, got an opportunity to participate, and I actually drove the school bus that for 2 years that did police camp way back when, with Officer Tara, and it was just an amazing experience. We've got a lot of great programs in this town, and the people of this town should absolutely take advantage of everything that Brick Township has to offer. Again, also, the 4th of July and our fireworks display that is coming up at Windward. Everyone should have an opportunity to come out or watch it from your backyard if you're close enough. I can hear it, or from the boat, okay? You know, I can actually hear it from where I live. Can't exactly see it, but we're close enough. Want to just shout out to this council tonight that for I think one of the first times I've ever seen us be 100% transparent in standing behind tabling something that should have been tabled. So to my fellow council members, thank you for doing what was right by the people of this town and making sure that we had a clear understanding of what we may be entering into and getting involved in this program. I think the program is worthwhile, but there are a lot of consequences that come out of feel-good programs. One of the first things I can think of with this one is that as we are cutting down streets in order to put in bike lanes, and we should have bike lanes, it's going to be moving traffic over. There's going to be maybe more traffic on a particular road. These are all things that need to be considered as we move forward, and the county input and hopefully the county money instead of our taxpayers of this town footing the bill. So with that, I wish everybody a happy 4th of July. I don't believe we're meeting before that. Make sure you come out and watch the flag raising out in Normandy Beach that happens every single 4th of July with the American Legion, the VFW, from all over Ocean County participates, the fire companies. It is an amazing event, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Travers?
I also want to congratulate the DARE recipients. I'm looking forward to next year. My oldest will be in 5th grade and be having DARE, and I'm really excited. But I don't know if he's going to be up here for a poster. He's got my abilities, so I don't know. But he might surprise us. And then again, I'm, as many of us are, looking forward to next Thursday for our first Summer Fest. I'm looking forward to bringing my family and seeing the fireworks, and happy 4th of July.
Thank you. Council Vice President Ambrosino.
Yeah, also congratulations to all of the DARE winners. I'm a little disappointed that you did not demand a recitation of the DARE song this evening, but maybe we could get a remix up on YouTube with all of our 5th graders for that one. I welcome everybody to Summerfest. My entire family is looking forward to it. It has become a tradition for us. We've attended every one for the last several years. It's not on 4th of July this year, which means the bill is a little lower, but hopefully we will still have the record-breaking attendance that we did a couple of years ago. And I do wish everybody a very safe and happy 4th of July. A lot of things can go wrong when you're having a lot of fun. Hopefully that is kept to a minimum or to zero this coming weekend, this 2 weekends from now. But there's nothing better than being in a shore town than celebrating a summer holiday like this. Both Councilwoman Reyna and Councilman Cohen, I've said it multiple times before at meetings, I am sure that we agree on a heck of a lot more than people give us credit for. So I absolutely am in support of ensuring that you guys are very comfortable with some of these things, because I do believe that at the heart of them, you'll find things that are very good, and you'll find that we have ways to still own what we want to commit to and what we don't want to commit to. But just like Greg has mentioned, I think everybody on this dais is very keen to find ways to fund what we want to do to improve our town, while continually, like we have for the last 15 years, minimizing that tax burden on all of us as taxpayers. And I've got one other comment. I think that tonight should be the first annual this side of the dais versus that side of the dais tug of war. Can you make that happen? And that's it. Thank you.
Should we put it to a motion? It's true, I am a fan of DARE. For those who might be out of the program for a while, D, I won't do drugs. A, won't have an attitude. R, I will respect myself. E, I will educate, is what DARE stands for.
I think that's the chorus.
Yeah, I'm not going to sing it, but I am a supporter, and thank you to all the officers and all of the winners tonight. My son Jackson is also a DARE graduate. His poster did not win last year, but for your movie buffs out there, he had the DeLorean from Back to the Future. You guys know that movie? Yeah? All right. All right. So it was something like a picture of the DeLorean, and it said something like, "Don't drink and drive, your future depends on it." I thought it was really cool. No, he got robbed, but I'm not holding on to anything. Yeah, no grudges. And also, speaking of movies, Mike, when you were up here talking about, how the neighborhood improved, it kind of reminded me of Ghostbusters 2, when they get in the river of slime and they're all like negative, because like the river of slime is really negative, and then when they get it off, then it's really positive, and then it becomes more positive. And I think like little changes, whether it's road improvement or helping out a neighbor or whatever that looks like for you on a day-to-day basis, could really make an impactful difference on someone else. As always, stay safe and have fun. Next scheduled public meeting will be held here Tuesday, July 21st, 2026 at 7 p.m. Can I get a motion and a second to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?